friendship could be. My little pony. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure, tons of fun. A beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness, it's an easy feat. And magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Did you know you're all my very best friends?
So we open on, well, basically the beginning of Just for Sidekicks, where the main six is leaving Spike with their pets, since this episode takes place at the same time as that one.
Princess Kate said she'd never seen the crystal pony so excited.
So anyway, the Equestria Games, basically their version of the Olympics, might be held at the Crystal Empire this year. Rainbow Dash is really excited for them because there was a year where Cloudsdale was a runner-up, but Philadelphia was chosen instead. She didn't take it well.
These crystal ponies lost 1,000 years to an evil king's curse. They've had enough bad news. No way we're letting them experience the pain of losing out on these games.
Anyway, there's a games inspector coming to the Crystal Empire to decide if it'll be chosen or not, and it's up to the main six to convince her. They even have a whole routine planned.
6, 8.
Not that a train is the best place to do it.
Watch your step leaving the train.
Probably should have watched our step while we were still on it, too.
I love it when AJ gets all sarcastic. So they arrive at the Crystal Empire and everyone is cleaning up and getting ready. Is she using a vacuum on the street? I mean, I guess dirt would really show up on Crystal, so wow, what a pain the upkeep must be.
I remember that feeling, but not as much as I remember the crushing wave of disappointment.
Yeah, Dash is really taking this seriously.
That is the face I do not want to see.
So they meet up with Cadence in a salon,
Stand back. I need air.
Go ahead and try whatever you like.
and it looks like Rarity has a new best friend.
Ooh, I realize it can be kind of strange to climb into mud, but if you'll just give it a chance, I'm sure... Pinky, no!
Remember, Pinky somehow knows how to dive without making a splash. I like how Twilight and Cadence apparently have this thing where Cadence is teaching her how to deal with stress. That ties pretty well into the next episode.
Princess, if I may have a word.
So part of Crystal Pony culture involves a very specific hairstyle for Cadence, and it's important that she have that. Unfortunately, the hairdresser is calling in sick, and no one else knows how to do it. By the way, I love how the messenger has wings on her hooves, as a reference to Hermes from Greek mythology. Anyway, Cadence hopes that it won't be too big of a deal.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
But Dash isn't having any of that, so Rarity volunteers to give it a shot.
Fortunately, I have all the precise instructions right here.
I'll have plenty of time to figure out exactly how to do this.
Oh, Rarity, what have you done? Also, the messenger has one more bit of news.
The games inspector, Ms. Harshwinny, will be arriving on the next train.
Of course. So Twilight thinks she's got this under control. They just need to keep an eye out for the pony with the flower print luggage.
Anything she throws at us, we just need to remember she's testing us and roll with it.
And there she is.
Yes, what is it?
We're here to personally welcome you to the Crystal Empire.
Is no one concerned about the fact that she stole Rarity's glasses?
Darn tootin', ain't that the cat's meow?
But it turns out that she's a lot nicer than they expected.
Our first stop is the castle.
The castle? Are you kidding? Hot diggity dog!
Oh god, twin pinkies. But cut back to the train station and... yeah, that can't be good. So yeah, maybe there's a reason why this one is so surprised and excited about all the attention she's getting.
She's so nice. You're letting her lull you into a false sense of confidence.
Sure, Dash.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Anyway, they do their routine for real this time. How the hell were they gonna do that on a train? Anyway, the games inspector is really impressed. She just can't get over how welcoming they are.
Princess Cadence would be so glad to hear that.
Honestly, I'm surprised she knows anything about me at all.
Yeah, that should have been a red flag.
Of course she does.
Also, apparently she's a bit claustrophobic.
Maybe I'll just take my little run outside now.
So Dash wants to take her on a tour of the castle, but the main six have only been there a couple times and aren't that familiar with it.
Let me get the tour!
Keep that stress under control, Twilight.
You all start giving her the tour and I'll go see what's keeping Cadence.
Meanwhile...
Hello there.
Hello yourself. First hello of the day.
yeah, that's not good either. Anyway, Twilight goes to check on Cadence.
She's in the middle of a delicate conditioning rinse that must go perfectly if there's to be any hope for her hair.
So I guess her hair isn't going well.
You have got to buy me some time. There's no other way.
Neither is the castle tour.
How's it going here?
Twilight is obviously the smart one. She went to find shining armor so he could help them out with that.
Everything's gonna be okay.
I know. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. It worked.
But the rest have caught up now, and
Why would she do that?
shining armor gets it. He doesn't know what's going on, but he knows something is off. Mainly that she's a galloping disaster.
Okay, we need to stop her.
That's also not good. Wow, she's going so fast, Rainbow Dash can hardly catch up to her. Ouch. Don't concern yourself for anything, Rarity.
Hey there, Speedy.
So now she gets introduced to shining armor and...
I never met a prince before.
I think in your line of work you'd meet princes all the time.
Hardly. Just an ordinary wild Mustang from Mustangnia, here to enjoy a little vacay.
it all comes out.
You are Miss Harshwinny, the Equestria Games inspector, aren't you?
Inspector what now?
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work this time, Twilight. So they go straight to the train station only to find out that she's left.
Each of us search a sector, except for the spa. That's where Cadence is. If Miss Harshwinny is there, well, then game over, right?
So of course she's at the spa, and she isn't happy. But the other one tells her about what a great time she's having.
And what exactly has made your visit so special?
Gotta love hoof air quotes.
Gosh, where to start?
And it looks like she and Cadence haven't spotted each other, so it's not over yet. Even better, Rarity did it. And it looks pretty cool. Cue Mrs. Harshwitty realizing that Cadence is there and she gives her a piece of her mind.
I can't believe it. What was wrong with your welcome?
There wasn't one! What is going on?
Dash confesses what happened and she takes full responsibility for it, since she was the one who was the most focused on having the Crystal Empire host the games.
But it looks like I ruined her chances instead.
Not so fast, Speedy.
But it turns out, after hearing about what a warm welcome the other pony got and all the great things she had to say about the Crystal Empire, she's convinced.
The next host of the Equestria Games is the Crystal Empire!
Congratulations, Rainbow Dash.
It feels good to help others get something you always wanted but never had. Almost as good as getting it yourself. Almost.
And now they're on their way back. Oh yeah, just for sidekicks. By looking at Rarity and AJ, you can tell that Winona just barked from under her seat. And now this line from Twilight has extra meaning.
If he's staying calm and collected, I bet he's doing a terrific job as a leader.
And so ends Games Ponies Play. This was a fun little comedy of errors. By the way, Comedy of Errors was the name of a racehorse, so I just made a horse pun. How appropriate. I mean, you can pretty much immediately tell that they had the wrong pony, but it's still fun watching it play out. I wouldn't quite call this a Rainbow Dash episode, but she had a lot to do in it. And it's interesting to see how much she's grown. Yeah, she spent most of the episode being a little too obsessed with the Crystal Empire being chosen to host the Equestria Games, but it was because she wanted them to have something she didn't. Not that it's completely selfless, she would have enjoyed it vicariously, and it would have somewhat made up for Cloudsdale not being chosen when she was a kid, but it still counts. Besides, she owns up to it in the end, and even takes full responsibility for their mistakes. That was really big of her. Go Dash. And while the episode is less about them, Pinkie Pie and Rarity also have some great lines, though they do tend to steal the show sometimes. Other than that, I thought this episode taking place at the same time as Just for Sidekicks was a neat gimmick that wasn't distracting. I guess that's about all I have to say about this one. Next up is Magical Mystery Cure. See you then.
My Little Pony. My Little Pony friends.
Never thought I'd also be meeting royalty to boot.